Opinn fundur var haldinn í vikunni til kynningar á Þróunarskýrslu Sameinuðu þjóðanna sem kom út í lok síðasta árs. Dr. Selim Jahan, aðalritstjóri skýrslunnar, flutti erindi á fundinum sem haldinn var á vegum félags Sameinuðu þjóðanna á Íslandi, jafnréttisskóla Háskóla Sameinuðu þjóðanna, utanríkisráðuneytisins, alþjóðamálastofnunar og RIK, rannsóknarstofnunar í jafnréttisfræðum við Háskóla Íslands. Eygló Harðardóttir, félags- og húsnæðismálaráðherra, flutti einnig ávarp á fundinum í Þjóðminjasafninu sem var vel sóttur. Á síðastliðnum aldarfjórðungi hafa orðið miklar framfarir heim allan. Fólk lifir almennt lengur, fleiri börn í skóla og fleiri hafa aðgang að hreinu vatni. Atvinnuþátttaka spilar stórt hlutverk í þessari þróun en hún á sér þó einnig ýmsar skuggahliðar sem birtast meðal annars í barnaþrælkun, nauðungarvinnu og mansali. Hvernig getur atvinna fært fólki aukin tækifæri og þar með stuðlað að jákvæðri þróun?
There are three aspects of it. The first is that intrinsically work enhances human development because work not only provides you with a livelihood, it gives you dignity, it gives you a sense of participation, it also gives you an opportunity to interact with other people and so on and so forth. But the second point is there is no automatic link between work and human development. We know that there are some work which damage human development, and we also know that there are some work which put workers into risk. For example, 168 million child labor that are working worldwide, they don't have a future in that sense. Their capabilities are diminished, their potentials are shattered. Similarly, 21 million people who are in forced labor do not enjoy the dignity and the rights. And the 30 million workers who are working in mines often face a different kind of danger every day. So therefore, I think the question you have asked is that, yes, work enhances human development, but in order to do that, the linkage between work and human development need to be strengthened, and those work which damage human development or put workers at risk have to be minimized.
You say there is a new world of work where the notions of work, areas of work, etc. are changing fast. Can you name a few of these changes, how they affect us?
For example, if you take the crowd working, which means that you are not part of any institutional arrangement under which you and I work. That is a new way of doing work. The issue of shared economy, where we are sharing different services, not individualistic type of things, that is something new. The Uber services, we always knew the traditional taxi services, but these have changed there. The social enterprises, where, for example, enterprises are not going for economic profits only, but social objectives. So therefore, the whole content of work, people who are working in it, the modus operandi of work are also changing. You don't need an office space to work. You can work from anywhere using the different kind of technologies that are there.
Among several targeted issues in the report, youth employment is taken up throughout the report.
Correct.
This is an issue of great concern.
Mm-hmm. No, it is an issue of great concern for three reasons. One is that in many societies, the younger people now make up the major part of the population, which means that these are the people who are and who will be coming to the workforce pretty soon. The second issue is that these are also the people who are very innovative, very creative. They don't want to do what we call the traditional work. They want to be engaged in areas which are new, which are challenging, which are also satisfying to them. So therefore, I think that is also the second challenge there. The third challenge, I think, unless we can really provide some kind of outlet for their creativity and their innovation, they will go for what I call negative choices. Some negative choices would be that they might be involved into activities which are not good for society. They might also be involved in what we have seen as violent extremism. So therefore, I think the whole question of youth and providing work for youth is actually very important, not only for the present generation, but also for the future world.
Another focus issue is the gender. You say men dominate the world of paid work, women that of unpaid work. That is also a big issue.
That is also a very big issue, because I think there has been this kind of a division that has been in every society for centuries. But when we say work, and that is why we're using the term work, it is not only paid employment, it is also the unpaid housework, unpaid care work for children, for people who are sick, people who are old, for example. And the expectation of the society is that all the unpaid care work would be done by women. And the time use survey that we have done, we have found that out of 4 hours of unpaid care work, women carry out 3 hours and men 1. So therefore, the care gap will also be increasing in future, because people are living longer. And as a result, the longer term care would also increase. So the point we are trying to make here is that this increasing care burden should not be on women. There should be a kind of rebalancing the roles and responsibilities of both men and women in paid and unpaid care work, so that if women chooses, not necessarily they will have to do it, but if women chooses to work outside of home, there is the environment, there is the policy, there is the social norm which allow them to balance between their role within the house and outside the house.
Enhancing human development through work needs concrete policies and an agenda for action, you say in the report. Are you hopeful that through the Agenda 2030 or the global goals, these policies and action plans will be put in place?
I'm very hopeful that they will be put in place for 3 reasons. One is work is the defining issue of our time. This is a challenge every society is facing. So therefore, unless we can provide people with sustainable livelihood, unless we can provide people for opportunities to work, I think that has economic, social and political implications, number one. And second, we are also very much aware that in order to achieve the sustainable goals, development goals, you would also need sustainable work. And the sustainable work may be that kind of work which enhances human development and sustainability simultaneously. For example, if we go for sustainable land management, that can provide livelihood to farmers, that can increase their income, their standard of living. At the same time, that can ensure environmental sustainability. So therefore, I think that is also important. And finally, sustainable work can also help achieving sustainable development goals like eliminating extreme poverty, ending hunger. So I'm very hopeful that the sustainable development goals would really be something to which work can contribute to achieve them.
Thank you.
Thank you.